There's the morning sun greeting us as we make some more lashings. So it's always 6 per tree. So if you get 2 of them next to each other, that's instant 3. Where's the last one? There it is. Okay. So, unless there's a shark there, no fruit fresh there. Yeah, we need to start planting. Ooh, can I? Oh, those spoiled ones. I wonder if I could turn those spoiled ones into I'll wait for a little bit more light before I hop in the water. If I can turn those spoiled ones into seeds to make myself a farm once I make myself a hoe. So, anyways, so back to what we were doing, which I can't remember now. Oh yeah, I was going to make a, I don't have a head on my shadow. There it is. I was going to make the water collector on top of my fire pit. So if I go here, hit C, make myself this, craft. I have to make it on top of you, right? So now I have to, do I actually have to put a bucket there? Yeah, I do. Okay, so that's nice. I can actually pick up the bucket, which is an improvement from the other water collector where you need a bucket to get water. So, alright, that does mean I don't have a bucket with me to carry around. So, the Seahawks, no, the seagulls are greeting us here in the morning. So, see, now what can I make as far as housing goes? Oh yeah, I have to be holding the hammer. C, or close, tab, hammer, C. Okay, so what, oh yeah, planks, I can make that. Oh, anyways, so what do we want to make with foundation? So what do we want to make our house out of? Craft. Again, we kind of want to make it in the shade of this tree here. Or how about right here? Again, in the... There we go. Perfect. So now we can just walk into it. I kind of have to jump, don't I? Darn it. Should have made it lower. Anyways, so right. So for walls, what can I make walls out of? How many? Let's see. I can make 2 out of that. How about steel? I can make 3 out of this, and one. I can make a bunch of half walls. So I can make 3 of these walls, which would leave me with 1. How much does it take to make arches? 1. Perfect. All right, so let's craft that. We want this to be our entrance, or do we want that to be an entrance there? How about we want that for now? And what I can do is actually expand this out this way. So maybe I want to hold off on doing any more for now, but because we have enough to make ourselves, again, I always made myself 1-room shacks because I never planned on living long. So how about any more foundations? Nope. I need more wood for that. So there's a coconut for water. How am I doing on that, by the way? Okay, water's still an issue. Let's go ahead and get you. What's that, by the way? Oh, just where I chopped down the tree. Oh, come on, axe. There we go. Was that not the axe? That's the axe. Okay. Wrong button. Anyways, come on. Here we go. There we go. Okay, now it's drinkable. Let's drink to our health. And then let's turn it into something we can eat. There we go. Let's have this for breakfast as long as that fruit we ate earlier. And I need to chop down driftwood. Driftwood is a fine foundation because it's going to be just the floor, so no one really cares about it too much. Again, it's a desert island retreat. You don't want it to be luxurious. This isn't gonna be some kind of tourist trap. I mean, there's too many seagulls for that. So no, we want just the basics. Then we can make, again, so maybe I should make a 4x4 square. That is one thing I would like to see, the ability to uproot what you made so far. Like some way to break it apart and get less scrap maybe. So how am I doing on inventory? I have space. Okay, we don't hear any music. So let's go down here. There should be one in this belly here. Nothing in here. Okay, that's fine. Alright, is there anything? There's some barrels there. The question is, how do I get those barrel scraps? Alright. Interact. Duct tape. Still don't know what I can do with duct tape other than fix stuff. Oh, come on! Goddamn shark. Where is he? Was that him? Nope. I don't see him anywhere. But again, the music tells me that he's here. That looks like another shipwreck because that graphic only shows up around there. Yeah, see, that's the one thing I wish this game had more of. I'm not sharks, but some way to break apart this stuff into lesser stuff. Like with the Long Dark, you can break apart furniture and turn into stuff. Like, that looks like a wood crate there. Can I break that apart, dry the wood, and use it for firewood or something to that extent? You know, or can I take that steel with me somehow and like be almost drag it with me to shore and then use it for like framing the house somehow. Is he still around somewhere? I don't hear the music anymore. Okay, let's see if it's safe to go back down. Hi, Sardine. And I don't see anything that screams shark. I have another bucket, that's good. I have 2 buckets, that's good. And I have a lantern. Good, good, good. Now let's swim to shore. I think that's all we can get from here. And I don't see any sharks, that's good. Okay, cool. Alright, so we got ourselves a bucket. Now that we have a bucket of seawater, which means I can put that in and boil it, which is another way to get drinking water, is to boil the sea salt. Also, that should be a way to get salt, which I should be able to then to... Can you salt seafood? You can salt meat. So if I killed a chicken, could I salt it to make it last longer? Alright, anyways, let's get that started here. Bucket of seawater on a spit. 1. There we go. Let's get that going. And in the meantime, why don't I go get some driftwood and we can turn into floors. Let's make our house a 4x4. 5, 6. So let's get a bunch of driftwood for that. And I'll be back with you once I have the resources. Alright, I think I got enough here. There we go. Alright, if I make another one, can I make it through this tree, I wonder? Because the problem is then that tree will be in my house. Driftwood craft. Yep, apparently so. Too bad I can't cut you down. Oh well, it adds to the oxygen richness. That is my future house. Alright, there we go. That's fine. Craft. Okay, there we go. We have a 4x4. Let's go ahead and make some walls. Corrugated scrap. That's fine. Craft. Let's see if I can get this right there. Perfect. Can I make one with a window? Can I make two with a window out of what I have left? Hold on. Close rather. Let's get a bit closer to my pile over here. House. How much does it cost to make one with a window? I can make 4 of them with the window. So let's craft. I want to make one there. Come on, against that wall there. Now right here. Come on, snap into place. There we go. Perfect. Again, there's a tree in my way, but doesn't matter. I can walk through it. Alright, and then we want to make another one. Right. There. Craft. Nope, next one right here. Kind of always have to get in the right position for it here. Okay. There we go. And then can I make 2 more? Because I could just make the back walls that. Craft. Now the question is, am I wasting all this corrugated steel that could be used for making a boat, maybe? Let's see here. Boat. Floors can be made out of, yeah, I can make it out of scraps. I can also make it out of steel or planks. Oh well, that's fine. How about bases? Nope. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. So let's just use this then out of walls. That's a half wall. Right, I want to make a window one, right? Or I can make a back door. I like that. So we now have a front and back door. So now we just need 2 more walls and a roof. Cool. Alright, also what I should see about making is how much does it make to make a bed? I need wood sticks. I need sticks. What's the difference between wood sticks and sticks? And lashings and that. Cancel. Okay, so I need to go on another resource collecting binge, but bucket of seawater is still boiling, and we have that there too. So we're doing okay on water. Let's go ahead and see, not see, close. Tab. Let's drop off our resources here. Gaff. Yeah, not gaff. That's duct tape. Again, I work in film, so we call that gaff. Bucket of seawater. That's fine. And then you. Let's drop you here. Let's drop you here. And that's all for the stuff we can drop. Okay. Let's go forth and collect more resources. Also, I need to see about, I should start making farms for my spoiled fruit there. I should be able to turn that into, lovely day, turn that into maybe a productive fresh fruit. We'll see. Oops. No, 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 no. Get off the tree. That's danger. And 6, 7. Okay, let's make a stone tool. Drop it. C. Let's make a hoe. Craft it. Drop it. And let's pick you up. Now if I hit, not tab, but C. Let's make a plot out of planks or, well, I already used all my scrap, so let's use wooden sticks. Craft. How about right here? Alright, so let's grab one of these spoiled guys over here and see if we can use them. I dumped them, near the fire. That's where I dumped them. Somewhere over here, I think. Yeah, right here. So let's see. Hopefully it'll let me plant it and not eat it. Which is over... Where did I put that? Oh, right here. There you go. So now it's... So there you go. That's one way to use spoiled food. In the meantime, let me grab you. And let me drink you. There we go. So now if I hit F, there you go. Look at that. We are good. So that should be boiling away. By the way, let me pick up and let me actually cook this guy here. There we go. We'll cook him. It might be worth it to make another fire spit and just have this one be purely water collecting. So, by the way, I have this bucket of seawater, which I'm going to use to water that. But in the meantime, can I hit C? Can I make a bed? Out of palm leaves and wood sticks. So I need lashings, palm leaves, and that. Okay. I want to do that as well as make a hobo. What do I need to make a hobo stove? I need a fire pit. Okay. So I need to make one anyway. So let's do that now. Campfire, craft. Let's make it on this side over here. Then let's make a campfire pit. There you go. So now I can make a hobo stew on top of that, or stove rather. Then we should be good. I just need to get those barrels over there, which hopefully I can maybe get with my hammer. I'm not sure. Anyways, let's save and then let's sleep. We're not going to sleep for too long, considering that we are pretty. Oh, it's done. I forgot about that. So there we go. The moon is. Is it rising over there? Anyways, cooked crab. Delicious cooked crab. Where's my C? Not C. What am I doing? Close. Tab. Here. Let's put you there. So I'll boil water. It's going to take a while. Are you... Yes, you are sinking. So there's not much left in the night, which is fine. You're doing okay. I'll fill you with water once you're a couple more teardrops down. In the meantime, let's go over here. I think these have the... No, these are the yuccas that are close to each other. So we have to wait till they grow back, and then we could easily make them. Otherwise, we can get yucca from these guys here. Wrong button. Too bad I can't just craft next to them. But no, I have to go through this ritual of stabbing them, hitting C, and then making lashings. Lashings, craft. There we go. Pick that up. Then pick you up and you up. So yep. Just got to continue doing this until we got enough, as well as we need some more wood sticks. And then we'll see if anything else washed up in the morning while we were sleeping. Craft. There we go. See, craft. There we go. Okay, it's morning. No, I keep hitting C. Tab. I have a couple empty inventory spots. Let's go out here and see if I could do anything about this, these barrels. Okay, there we go. See if this does anything. If this doesn't track a shark, I don't know what will. So I could take you to shore with me. Come here. Don't know what I'm going to do with you once I get you over here, but... There we go. Well, at least you're here. Let's get your buddies over here also. Come on. The wave should be helping me here. There we go. Let's go back this way, I believe. Come on, this way, this way. There we go. Swim along with me, and you'll be on an island and become my stove for me. Alright, there we go. So if I hit C now and go here, can I use these guys as barrel scrap? I can. I can make this as a... So that's the question. Do I want to make this into a boat right away? Or do I want to make this into a hobo stove? Both are good options. Hold on a second. If I hit C, go to hobo. How many do I need? I just need one. So, come with me. This is going to take a while. Okay, here we go. So now if I hit C, craft. Right here. And there we go. We now have ourselves a hobo stove. Nice. So the downside is I can no longer make the float out of it, but I can go to any other place I find and do it then. Because it's a lot easier to make a boat out there than it is to drag one of these things all the way back here to make a stove. So, how you doing? Let me water you here with some salt water. Did I pick that up or did I drink it? Damn it, I drank it, didn't I? Well, it hasn't thrown up yet, so I don't think so. Alright, so if I do that... Can it not be salt water? It has to be fresh water. Hold on, that's not what I wanted. Close. Q. So if I... let me use you. And then one, set it on fire. I think I might have messed up there. So it has to be fresh water for that, huh? Used to be salt water worked, but I guess they improved it. Okay, so now I have a means to cook and a means to make water. That's fine. Now, do I still have enough to make a bed? I need 2 more palm leaves, and that's it. Cancel. So let's quickly chop down. You are the perfect size. 4, 5. So let's chop you down. And that's be where we call it for the night. I made myself a stove. I made myself a steel. I made myself a small farm. Now I'm going to make myself a bed in my incomplete room. Immediately, that's the one thing we have yet to complete. But I need to go to other places and find more materials to make my walls out of. Unless more stuff's going to magically wash onto shore here. Which, I'm not convinced that happens or that it doesn't happen. So... I should look on a wiki for that. EEE. Let's go ahead and turn you into sticks there. At some point, we need to fashion our own clothing, I think. Or start using coconut to make some kind of suntan lotion. There we go. And then we can just walk around nude all day. Except for all the damn mosquitoes. Alright, so that should be enough. C. Bed. Craft. There we go. We have ourselves a proper bed. How about right here, next to the window, where we'll see sunrise? Maybe. I don't know. But that's a good spot right there. So now I could sleep there as I want to. Have a third door until I make a wall. Also, I need to start making some roofs. So is that working? I haven't seen it boiling yet. So, yep. Okay. I can also start making... I can make this, but again, that'd use up one of my buckets. Which I guess isn't a problem, since I can interchange the other buttons. So let's craft this. So we still have those 2 buckets, which we can grab at any time. Otherwise, we can have this guy over here, just passively collecting water. So that's fine. So not too bad. Other than not having a roof over our head. What can I make roofs out of, by the way? It's just making floors, right? Oh yeah, sorry. I have to be holding the hammer. There we go. Still a weird mechanic, that. But again, it's one of the... It just keeps you doing the steps. So, I can make 2... Let's see... Driftwood's a good option, but... I'd rather make some proper stuff here. So I can only make one of those, 2 of those, 1 of those. So that right there is 4. I can make 4 right now. But I would like to finish off this wall. So I need 2 more pieces. I could do 2 more windows. And just have the whole thing be windows. Except for the corner where I sleep. I'll only have 1. Again, I could use tarps as curtains if I really wanted to. By the way, let me grab you. I don't need to drink it as much as my plants do. Let's see if this works. Yeah, there we go. So that worked. Okay, so that's the difference. It needs fresh water to plant. So that's fine. I brought that back from the brink. If I had some more sticks, matter of fact, I do have more sticks. Let's use you. C. Can I make another plot? I need more lashings. Don't I have lashings? Do I have enough to make a lashing? I probably do here. Hold on. Lashings. Yeah, craft. Okay, C. Then let's make ourselves another plot. Craft. I'm in the middle of the damn island. I don't care if there's a shark anywhere. Bastards. There. Let's go grab another spoiled fruit from over here. That's this one here, right? Then I could put you right there. There we go. We now have 2 plants on the grow. Is he over here? Actually, is that another crash site over there? Again, running I think drains my oh fuck. Here I was saying I don't have to worry about my thirst. But apparently I am thirsty. Was I saying I think running affects my thirst. So I need to patiently wait here or find a fruit tree really quick. Get some fresh fruit that will help my thirst. Then I can call the video there. Or I have coconuts. You're spoiled? No. Okay. Damn it. Resume. See that. Q. Hammer. Let's quickly do this before I die. Alright. E. That. And drink. Alright. F. Okay. Cool. Cool. So now we're not as in such dire straits. Even though that shark tends to think so otherwise. Alright, that. Let's drop that one, drink this one. There we go. Let's drop both of them and turn them into food. 3rd time's the charm. There we go. 1, a 2, a 3. There we go. Perfect. Alright, we're not doing too bad for surviving. Since I have a little bit of leeway here, let's find ourselves a fruit, which I think this guy should be growing. Back. Nope, I must have picked him recently. How about you? Nope, no fruit. Okay. So we have these 2 barrels if we want to make some more stoves for some reason. But I would need to bring back 1 more of those to make a base for my boat. But in that case, I would just make a base somewhere else, and a floating base, and just drive it back here. I think, if I wanted to get what should we call it? That kind of base for my boat. Wow, I just had a brain fart there for a second, didn't I? Anyways, F. Yeah, I think running does drain my thirst, so I need to not run as much. But again, this is awfully slow, isn't it? Anyways, there's another coconut if I want to make it drinkable. Let's do that while I'm sitting here. Green. There we go. To me, that almost sounds like chickens there for a second. And Q. 2, 3. Okay. There we go. That's fine. Yep, 3. Okay. And do we have some water? We have some water. So I can start drinking that. Are you still bucket full of seawater? Yes, you are. You are all full, and you're going to start collecting water. You're a ficus. I could turn you into sticks if I wanted to. Okay. Again, this is a decent place to stop. We are actually surviving. We're in a good shape. Let's save. I mean, look at that. Now, admittedly, our thirst isn't doing all that great, but let me just pick you up. Have you here, and then put you back. F. Yeah. So again, decent shape. We're not panicking. We have the starts of our base. We can start making a very basic raft using sticks and what? So that's the floor. So I need to make a floor. I need to make a base, which I can almost out of that eventually. And then for porcelain, we got this. We can make a tarp shell. This, we only need an engine pump and a propeller, and we're good. So that's going to be amazing. Now, I imagine that attracts sharks, but I imagine we'll be so fast that it doesn't matter. So I'm going to end this here. Been recording for about 2 hours-ish. An hour 30. So I think this is a good spot. We're in good health. I'll end the video here. Thanks again for watching, and see you next time.